Hey y'all, welcome back. A winning combination here, and I'm super excited to share with you my 26-27 back to school haul for my kiddos. Now, this is my first time filming one of these, but I'm super excited because I found a couple of cool things. And if you're like me and you're just curious what different schools are asking for on their school supply list or in their classrooms, or what kind of policies like uniforms or no uniforms or fashion is in right now, then this video is for you. So without further ado, we're gonna jump in and get started. All right, so if you're new here, my name is Brandy. I'm a mom of three girls, ages 10, 7, and 3. So I have a 10-year-old who is getting ready to enter the 5th grade, and I have a 7-year-old who is getting ready to enter the 2nd grade. Now, my 3-year-old doesn't really have a lot in this haul because she goes to daycare. She goes year-round, so she's getting stuff all the time. So you won't see anything for my 3-year-old, but do know that mom shops for her too. But her new school water bottle already in use, so I don't have it to show you. Her nap mat, all that kind of stuff is already at the daycare. So this will primarily be my 7 and my 10-year-old, but I'm super excited to kind of show you. So I'm gonna jump in. I don't know about other moms, but when it's back to school time, for some reason, even though I am far removed from school now, I still, I guess, am a lifelong learner or a lover of school and education. So it's school supply time for mom as well. So I'm just going to quickly show you a couple of things that I picked up for myself. So one of the first things that I grabbed was one of these cute little zipper clear pouches. They've been all the thing since last year. I'm finally jumping on the bandwagon. So I grabbed this cute little pink one from, it was, I think, Target. I think I got this one at Target. But it was like a couple of bucks, and I live in the state of Florida where it is tax-free time like for a whole month. So it started like July 20th and goes through August 20th. So we still have plenty of back to school shopping time left to do. But the next thing that I picked up for myself were these really cool Bic gel pens. I got these off of Amazon. It came in a pack of like, I want to say 8 with all these like vibrant different colors. They dry quick. My sister recommended these to me. We're both pen lovers. Our pen collections are out of this world. So she said these were good pens. So I picked up some of these since it was tax-free time. And then these are my favorite regular writing pens. I get them from Office Depot. They are just the super comfort ballpoint pens. I get them in blue and black. They are my favorites. I run out of them quickly. So pens in this case were some of the first things that I picked up for mom for back to school. I just use them to write in my notes, my planner, stuff like that. Like I said, lifelong educator. I'm in the field of education, so I'm always taking little like professional development stuff, so those will be used there. Then I also grabbed just a pack of sheet protectors. There's different things that I like to stick in these throughout the year. So I just grabbed this little 25 count from Walmart. So I'll use this. I didn't pick up any notebooks for myself. There were so many cute ones, but I resisted because if I turned the camera and showed you, I have a stack of like notebooks I got for 15 cents last year at Walmart after back to school time. And so I didn't feel like I needed to pick up more notebooks. So I think, oh, no, one more thing. So I also picked up just a purple and a pink folder. I used to use file folders a lot because, you work in a business setting and that's where you always see file folders. But I found a lot of the times the stuff in the file folders falls out when you're trying to use it. So I actually like to pick up the same kind of folders that kids use in school to store different documents and materials at the house. So I picked up a pink and a purple one for mom. And then I am huge on wanting to kind of replicate some of the things that they see in their schools here at home, just to kind of have some continuity, also to make my life easier. So I picked up one of these. Now, I did not pick this up for school use purposes for the kids. I actually picked this up and I got this one at, I want to say Walmart. I got this at Walmart and no, this is from Dollar Tree. My forgive me, this is from Dollar Tree. This is one of those like pencil caddies or whatever you want to use it for. I intend to use this when we go to fast food. We are a family of 5, and they always give you like those cardboard drink carriers that fall apart. And I saw someone, I don't remember, it was on Instagram Reels, but they were showing how they bought one of these and they use it as a drink holder and it's a lot more sturdy. So I was like, yes, check, picking up one this year. So I got a pink one. Pink is one of my favorite colors. So that's actually what this is for, but I picked it up during back to school time. So I'm going to show it to you. But yes, I plan to use this when we go to like fast food places and we have all of our drinks for everyone in the family. And then another thing, during back to school time, a lot of teachers are clearing out their inventory. You've got a lot of people who are leaving the field and they just want to get rid of stuff that they had in their classrooms. So I found a teacher who was local to my area who was getting rid of some stuff, and she had some really great deals. So I'm sure you have seen these, they are everywhere. They are those vinyl zipper pouches. I had already purchased some from Amazon last year. I had a few left, but she was selling this whole like 24 pack for like $5. And I was like, yes, I will take those from you because they serve so many uses. I do extra clothes for the girls in these and for my daughter that goes to daycare. Because even if your kids are in elementary school, accidents happen, things happen. And while teachers may not require it for students in older grades, I am a firm believer that every kid should have extra clothes in their backpack. So I like to use this for that. If there's documents or things that I want to send to school, but they don't necessarily fit in the take home folder that the school has the girls use, I will include it in something like this and I label it. And speaking of labels, I love my labelers. I am a huge organizational person. I'm not type A. I'm not a type A personality, but since becoming a mom, as you know, organization is key. So I'm just going to quickly show you the 2 label makers that I use. There's actually 3. I have a Dymo one that I keep downstairs for like quick, oh, I just need to quickly label this. I didn't make a label for it, but this is my favorite. Now, I'm probably going to butcher this. I think it's Fomimo or Fomimo, but this is one of their label makers. This prints like smaller kind of size labels, so I use this one to label school supplies. I actually take this with me to meet the teacher. I don't like to pre-label stuff because I know some stuff is community supplies and some stuff is specific to the kid. So I take this with me when I go to meet the teacher so I can ask the teacher, what do you want me to label? And then what needs to be community. So this is great if you haven't invested in one of these. They're relatively inexpensive, like under $20 on Amazon is where I got this one. This is one of my other favorite colors, this kind of green color, but they have lots of colors, lots of different label makers you can choose from. So if you don't have a label maker in your life, I highly suggest you invest. And then I just have a little carry case for it. And then I have a second label maker. Yes, I told you I am that person. I just like this kind of stuff. This is another Fomimo or Fomimo label maker. It's their slightly bigger one. So I use this when I want to label some of their bigger items. And I just have some like little fun labels of different sizes that I have in here and then in another place in the office. But label makers are great. If you have not already invested, do consider getting one. And then some of the last things that I picked up in my mommy side of this haul, the teacher that I talked about was selling stuff. She was selling one of her calendar sets. I already have a calendar that I had picked up in the dollar spot at Target like a few years ago for the girls, one of those pocket calendars. But they've been looking at those same pieces for years. And so when she had this up there for just a couple bucks, I was like, oh yes, I'm going to pick up the new little calendar set to like change up their pocket calendar. It just hangs on the wall in their room. I'll try to get a picture if I remember and just pop it up for you to see what it looks like. But this will be used with that. So it helps them just remember what the day is. There's a little space where I can write special dates and stuff and stick it in one of the card pouches so they can remember when people's birthdays are coming up, anniversaries, because I want to raise my kids to remember to celebrate other people and other holidays. And then my last mom tip when it's school supply time, I always pick up extra supplies for the house beyond what the teachers asked for the classroom. So I just picked up a 24 count of regular Crayola crayons. Then I picked up a 24 count of Colors of the World because they're always being asked to like do different projects where they have to draw people and stuff. So Color of the World. Then I just picked up an extra pack of markers for homework at home or just different craft activities, a pack of colored pencils, and then just a fun pack of crayons for the different things they'll do. So I always grab extras while they're marked down and on sale and tax-free for at-home homework use. So if you don't do that already, I encourage you to do it because it's a great way to avoid the meltdowns and headaches when it's homework time and their supplies are left at school. And then last but not least for mommy's haul, this is fairly big, so bear with me. But this teacher was getting rid of her teacher toolbox. So I said, yes, for like $5, I will definitely take your teacher toolbox and I will make a mommy toolbox. So I'm going to do the same thing they do at school. I'm going to make little cute labels and put it on here. And then it's going to live on the shelf over there in my office. So when the girls come in here, because this is me and dad's space, our domain. We really don't like them messing with our stuff, same as teachers don't at school. So I'll have this little toolbox where they can get rubber bands and staples and all the little things they might need to do homework or projects or assignments. So that's what I intend to do with this. Oh, goodness, that's heavy to put down. Alrighty, so that is everything that I picked up on my mommy side of the haul. So now I'm going to jump into the part that you're really looking forward to, which is what did my kids get for back to school? All right, so classroom supply lists. They always seem abundant, but I love trying to buy extra supplies or do things because teachers are invaluable. Like I said, I work in education myself, so I know that it is more than a labor of love to be an educator. And so I always try to make sure if the teacher asks for something specifically, that I get it for them. And so for both my girls, both of their teachers asked for copy paper, so I'm just going to show one, but we picked up a thing of copy paper at Walmart, and then they asked for the kind of standard stuff, forgive the crinkle of the bag, but just some Ziploc bags, so they each got a box of bags to take. They asked for boxes of tissues, so they each got tissues to take. And then, of course, the Holy Grail, hand sanitizer. So we picked up hand sanitizer as well. So that's kind of the boring classroom maintenance stuff that the girls' teachers requested at their schools this year. Oh, and then of course the other one, Lysol wipes. So they got Lysol wipes to take. And I just picked all that stuff up at Walmart. And then throughout the year, even when it's not asked for, when I go in to do my own grocery shopping, I will pick up more Lysol wipes or hand sanitizer or Kleenex and just send it to school with the girls because even though they get an abundance of that stuff, it goes quickly when you have classrooms full of 20 plus kids. So I always try to do that when I can. And then into some of just the other kind of things for my 7-year-old. She needed a new pair of headphones. She broke her headphones last year. We've done the cutesy, fancy ones from Five Below off of Amazon. They get destroyed. So we just went with the good old cheap ones that like we used to have back in elementary school this year for her. If these break and then around the holidays she wants some nicer ones, we'll revisit. But she just got some plain adjustable headphones for this year. And then as for backpacks, I picked up these backpacks at Costco. I do every year. They were about $24.99 at my Costco, but they're just the Adidas brand. My 7-year-old picked out this one with the bows. You know, bows are all in right now. So This is hers, and then I always put a little luggage tag on there. So our last name starts with W, so it has a little W on it, and then inside the luggage tag is contact information for me. So if something happens with my kiddos while they're at the bus stop, because they're bus riders, then another parent there would have the opportunity to just look at that little contact card and could text me or call me and let me know if for some reason I'm not already at the bus stop, but I always meet them at the bus stop. But I like this backpack. It's got a lot of different zipper compartments, pockets, places to do. I always hide air tag in here as well. I am that parent. I want to know where my kids are at all times. But like a little pocket on the top, and then of course the big pocket in the back. So in the big pocket in the back, I've already put her school supplies in here. So I'm just gonna go through them really quickly with you. But they asked for a pencil case. So I just got the little cheap pink one. We got this at Walmart. It's the Sterlite brand. And inside, some of her school supplies were erasers, 2 boxes of Crayola crayons. She needs to bring 2 packs of markers. So she's got 2 packs of markers. I always, like I said, try to throw in extra supplies. So even though wasn't asked for, I threw in an extra crayon just in case. Then she's got 1 pack of pre-sharpened pencils. And I always buy, I think I didn't bring them upstairs, but I always buy an extra pack for home as well. So we have a bunch of pencils, and then Expo markers, another needed t-shirt item, glue sticks. Let's see. She also needed a pencil pouch, and then inside the pencil pouch, we threw in the requested cap erasers and a pair of scissors. So that's in her pencil pouch. Also this year, they needed 2 composition books. Mommy loves the original composition print, so we've got original print composition books, but they did get to pick fun composition books for home. I think she picked a K-pop Demon Hunter one, and my oldest picked a Pokemon one. So you won't see those here, but they did get to pick fun composition notebooks to use at home. But for school, Mommy just goes with the classic black and white because I think it's so cute. And then she and her mommy both like pink and purple, so she picked pink and purple for her 2 folder colors. And then they just asked for a plain 1-inch white binder, and they specified white because it has a specific use for something that they do at their school. So those are all the school supplies that my 7-year-old needs this year. And now I'll quickly show you all the ones that my 10-year-old needs. Alrighty, so my 10-year-old's book bag is quite a bit heavier, but she picked out the black with the gold Adidas backpack, same place, $24.99, Costco. She has the green information tag because green is one of her favorite colors. But inside of her backpack, what was requested this year was 96 colored or pre-sharpened pencils. So some more pencils. They needed 4 spiral notebook wide ruled, so she just picked out standard primary colors. Then, didn't matter what rule, but just a pack of loose leaf paper. So we got the 500 sheets. Hopefully this lasts a while and contributes to the classroom supply. She just picked a blue, a green, a yellow, and orange folders. So those are her folders. Then again, because of their school, the 1-inch binder for something that they do at their school. She needed graph paper for the first time. This means we're getting into more complicated math, which is a sign for mom. We're definitely getting older. Oh, teardrop. But so happy she does really well in math. So I'm excited. A pack of Post-it notes. We got the big one. I know they use them a lot in the 5th grade. She just needed a pencil pouch, so she got a black pencil pouch just like her sister. And inside hers is the Sharpie highlighters. This is a really good brand of highlighters. I know they say like sometimes it doesn't matter, but the Sharpie ones just do a really good job of not bleeding through, but providing a lot of good color. So if you don't use the Sharpie ones, recommend. Same kind of little scissors, same little eraser caps. And then she just has some little, again, El Cheapo kind of earbuds, because she's allowed to have the earbud style headphones. And if she breaks them, she loses them, something like that, we'll replace them. But just starting off the year with ones that we don't care if something happens to right away. And then she needed a 4-pack of Expo markers. She needed a ruler. So she got a green ruler because green and blue are, again, like I said, some of her favorite colors. And then they said one or the other, but I just went ahead and grabbed her all. So she got a pack of markers, a pack of colored pencils, and a pack of crayons. I think they just said choose one because it doesn't really matter in the 5th grade what they color with because they're getting older. But I just wanted her to have options. So she'll have all 3 in her backpack. And then in her front zip, she has 4 glue sticks, some more colored pencils just to donate to her class, and then 2 packs of index cards. So that is everything that my 5th graders teacher or school requested for her to use this year. So last but not least, I'll show you some of the extras, like the clothing kind of stuff that we picked up for them this year. And I'll be honest, our clothing shopping is not done. Like I said, tax-free goes until August 20th. I know stores like Walmart and Target, even before that August 20th date, are going to start clearancing out some of their summer stuff. We live in Florida. My kids' school has kind of a relaxed dress code policy, so they can wear modified uniforms, which I'll talk about a bit more in a second. But this will not be everything they get, it's just what I've gotten so far. All right. So I don't consider myself a maximalist or a consumerist like to the extreme, but my mom always got me a new backpack, some new, clothes, shoes, water bottles at the start of every school year. So as long as God blesses me to be able to do so, I'm going to do the same for my kids. So for my 7-year-old, she picked out this really cute little fun like school patterned water bottle. It's 14 ounces. It's a little small, but it's easier for her to carry in her backpack in that recess and stuff. So it gets the job done, and they have refill stations. So we got this one for $10 at TJ Maxx. Super cute. The HydroFlow brand is a really good brand. So that's her water bottle this year. And then for my 10-year-old, she's a little bit bigger. Again, blue, one of her favorite colors. So I picked her up this towel water bottle, 26 ounces. We have a bumper from last year that we'll put on the bottom because nothing worse than being in the classroom and hearing that clink, 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 clink. So there'll definitely be a bumper. But again, this one was $10 at Ross. So this will be her water bottle for the year. And then of course we have water bottles from last year and other years that if these get left at school one day, they'll still have other water bottles they can take. Now, I don't buy lunch bags every year because my kids primarily do school lunch. They like it, so I let them eat it. But we do have some lunch bags from last year if they have days where they're like, Mom, can I take my lunch? And I try to honor that. And then at least once a month, their school lets parents come and eat with the kids. So on those days, I always sign up and try to bring them a little special lunch. But again, I told you my kids' school has a relaxed uniform policy and dress code. So they can wear any solid colored top, any solid color bottom, denim shorts or jeans with no rips or holes or tears, that kind of thing. And then athletic shoes, stuff like that. So it's pretty relaxed in a good way. So one of the first things that I do is I always go to Michael's. I'm just going to show one, and I pick up the solid colored tees because they're like $3 a piece. in their respective sizes. And these are great because yes, they can wear them daily, but when we have spirit days where it's like, wear a purple shirt for this reason or a yellow shirt for that reason, they already have all their solid colored tees. So I picked up each girl practically every color in their size in the Gildan brand t-shirts at Michael's. So there's a bunch of those. I'm not going to show them all. Like I said, I picked them up. And then at Walmart, again, I love my clearance shopping. And so we were there just picking up the regular school supplies. And I said, let's go and see what they have in the clothing section. So I found my 10-year-old these kind of really cute wide leg, buttery soft Jordache jeans. And they were on clearance for $5, but when we got to the register, they were actually only $3. So I got her this pair, and then I also got her just a regular pair of straight leg jeans. She's growing quickly. These are great from Jordache because they have the adjustable waistband. So she just got 2 little pairs of jeans for now. And then, like I said, they can wear shorts, forgive the crinkle. So they each got a pair of little like pull-on shorts. Now their shorts do have to come down mid-thigh, so I always look for midi or Bermuda style shorts just to avoid that phone call that they are not in dress code. And then like I said, they can wear any solid color bottoms, even little athletic kind of shorts. So I just picked up my 10-year-old, and you mostly hear me saying my 10-year-old because she grows really quickly. She's in that stage of life now, so nothing fits, and we're always buying new stuff. So again, just a couple pair of those kind of old school Sophie style shorts for like days where she has gym and stuff like that. And then I just picked up a couple of these Wonder Nation solid color little girl style tees, because the other ones from Michael's are like unisex and regular t-shirt style. These are more girl cuts, so they each just got a few of those to be able to wear. And then for their shoes, Sincerely Sadie XO, she is here on YouTube and on Instagram and TikTok. She showed these in one of her recent reels, and I had not seen them yet at Walmart, but at the moment she showed them, I was like, yes, my girls have to have those. So as you know, like the last couple of years, the Avia brand, or Avea, I'm not sure how you say it, at Walmart has been kind of kicking off and taking off. And so they released these really cute Mary Jane style tennis shoes this year. So for my 10-year-old, I got her the silvery kind of gray and black ones because that fits her vibe and mood. And then for my 7-year-old, I got her the pink ones. So these are really cute if you are into kind of this style. Now my 10-year-old did see this and say, ew, people are gonna see our socks, but I've seen people do them with like the scrunchy top kind of push down socks, and it looks really cute. So I told her not to worry, it will be stylish, but they each got a pair of those. And then we always also pick up a pair of Nikes. So for my 7-year-old, she got this like lavender kind of silver pair of Nike running shoes that will get her started for this year. And then my 10-year-old got this pair of just kind of gray. As you can tell, she is my neutral kind of girly. So she just got this kind of gray pair of running shoes that she can put on to start her year. Usually by the holidays, they have destroyed their shoes during the first semester of school. So we usually re-up them around the holiday time. with new tennis shoes and stuff like that. But those will be the 2 pairs of shoes plus shoes they already own that still fit to get them started for the 26-27 academic year. So I'm looking around to make sure that I did not forget anything, but that appears to be everything that I have picked up so far for my girls' back to school haul. So I'm excited to continue shopping. I hope that you have had a great time shopping for your littles for back to school. If you have littles that are going to school at this time, even if you have your college age folks who are going to school at this time, I hope that you are continuing the tradition of back to school shopping with them. Or if you are past that stage of life and you're just watching this video because you are like me and you like to watch hauls and you like to be curious about what other schools and things are happening in folks' lives, then I appreciate you for tuning in and watching. So I think with that being everything, I am going to bid you farewell. I invite you, of course, to join me in my little community of sharing the things that I'm buying, and like this video, comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and be sure to come back because the next video that I'm going to post will be the what I got my 10-year-old for her birthday this year. And we found some really exciting stuff, me and her dad, and then her family members from her village that gifted her found some really great stuff too. So I'm super excited to share that with you. So until then, I'll catch you next time. Thanks for hanging out. See you soon. Bye.